honestly don't know. It does not look like it. There it is. Hey, there we are in all our splendor and glory. So yeah, that's where we're gonna leave Halo 5 for tonight. But we will be heading into what's it called? That one game. Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader. I got to play a little bit of this and I was excited. I'm like, yes! Oh, this is actually really cool. It's like D&D meets Warhammer 40K, which is kind of awesome. Um, while we're in the middle of doing that, though, ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to. I'm trying to think. Hold on. Doing a lot of stuff here right away. Um, please do not forget to hit that follow button because we do play games occasionally, not as often as I would like to, but I work a lot, so that's kind of my problem. Um, uh, Expanding the Koronus Expanse. Um, Shit, where was I? Hit the follow button if you haven't already. Please and thank you. Much appreciated. We love having new people come in and join us for um, a whole bunch of different games. Um, like Rogue Trader, we're gonna start today, and then we're also going to be doing tomorrow. Warhammer 40,000 Soulstorm, which we haven't done in a while because I'm kind of we're in a rough spot with that one. Um, and then on Wednesday will be Subnautica. Hopefully, maybe if my power cells are charged in game. Um, and then on Thursday, we will be playing. I'm trying to remember the schedule off the top of my head. Thursday is our RPG day. Well, God damn it. More specifically, in terms of our RPG day, what the hell happened to my screen? Why is it so dark? Graphics? No, display. That's the one I want. God damn. It got super dark on my screen for some reason. Like, what the hell is this? Oh, I'm at 5. Contrast will keep the same, and gamma correction. Maybe that's what happened. Apply. Save. But yes, we are doing that. We're playing what's it called specifically? The Elder Scrolls Online, which so far has been good. We're almost done with one area, so I mean, it's not like we have complete knowledge of everything that's happening. Um, but it is a pretty good game so far. I did get to play Rogue Trader a little bit already. Um, as we can see, we do have a continue. Um, we did name the character Don't Blink, which is pretty cool. However, we are going to start a completely new game, but I do have to feed my tortoise super quick. So I'm going to actually do a quick BRB, maybe even run an ad, and then we will get right back into Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader. All right, so BRB. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Whew. Let's get into this, shall we? There is quite the what's it called? I'm forgetting the exact thing that I'm thinking about. A character creation. We could go on daring. Just because I did get a good taste of it. I don't know, probably 10:30. But I feel like normal would be the better experience for me, just because I'm not completely used to games like this. They are fun, that much I know. And just so everybody knows, I might not be reading everything that pops up on screen, just because there's like complete walls of text that are not read, and it's super annoying. Anyways, let's get into this character customization. I think, yeah, I don't know. I think just because it seems fun, we'll go with the female. I like that female. So yeah, appearance, that's fine. We're gonna zoom in on the face a little bit there. Sorry, sending this text real quick. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's see. We're going with female. With no. Let's go with the tone. We're toned. It's toned female. She's also slightly darker in skin color. Why not? Yeah. People in Warhammer don't smile. What the hell is this shit? It's all war all the time. There is no smiling. For if you're smiling, that means you're a planetary governor with a heart of fucking gold. Which is also kind of disgusting. Let's go with the lighter shade. Yeah, we'll go with the lighter shade. Tattoos! We got one on the back. The Imperial Aquila! Right there on the back. And for number 2. Go with the chain on the right arm. And yeah, that one on that side. Scars. Are there any good ones? I mean, it's not like we're going to be looking at the character's face a whole lot, so I guess it doesn't really matter. Ooh, that would be awesome. Just call her the Joker. I like that one. Augmentations. Do we really want augmentations on this character? We're going to go with no. With the voice.
Let chaos paint the stars red. A new note in discordant melody.
I always get the job done.
The higher will. Watch
We'll go with bold.
learn.
I like bold. Oh man, here's the hard part. What the hell world did we come from? Death World. On Death Worlds, the plants, beasts, and sometimes even the environment itself take aggressive and destructive forms. Inimical. I can't read. To human life. Whilst exponentially difficult to colonize, many Death Worlds possess valuable resources that require an outpost or other human presence upon the planet's surface to harvest. These harsh environments result in some of the hardest and most resilient populations in the galaxy. Those tested and found wanting die young. Survival instincts. Once per combat, when the wounds of a Death World character drop below 30%, they gain plus 20% of their maximum wounds as temporary wounds. Death World characters also gain a 20% dodge bonus, or bonus to dodge and armor, while they have at least one temporary wound from any source. However, that means we're -5 to our intelligence, -5 to the fellowship. But let's see. Plus 10% to crit hit chance for axes, hammers, and las weapons. 15% critical hit chance against targets with the bleeding effect, or 50% or less of their maximum wounds. Every injury increases the Death World character's agility and willpower by +5. Every trauma increase counts as 3 injuries. Holy shit. So you're telling me that my agility and willpower will be at 15 for every trauma that I have on this character. Oh boy. Uh, Death World characters take toughness bonus, less damage from flame, toxic damage, and bleeding effects. Okay, interesting. Once per combat, when a Death World character is suffering from the stunned, blinded, or immobilized condition, this condition is ignored, and they instead gain plus 20% max temporary wounds to their maximum wounds. Well, that's pretty interesting. I kind of like that. Voidborn. Voidborn are humans birthed in the belly of a void vessel, or aboard any ancient orbital satellite. Those who have lived their lives on void ships become inured to some extent due to the reality-altering processes of warp travel and living in low or zero gravity environments. In many cases, their features are drawn in their skin palette. They may even have minor deformities or a strangeness to their speech, gait, or general appearance that sets them apart from others. Fortune. Voidborn character can reroll any failed attack, dodge, parry characteristics, or skill test with a 20% chance of success. This chance cannot be greater than the base success chance of any of the roll. Additionally, any enemy dodge or parry against a Voidborn character has a 20% chance to fail after a successful roll. That sounds kind of stupid. Jinx. While Voidborn character has more than 50% wounds, all chances of all creatures, including enemies, in a 3-cell radius are increased. Are increased by 10%. While Voidborn character has less than 50% wounds, all chances of all creatures, including enemies, in a 3-cell radius are decreased by 10%. Okay, that sounds stupid. So I'm already put off by this because of the Jinx status effect. But yeah, they do have some stuff, which is all right. Hiveborn. Sorry, I should probably read the thing first. Hiveborn. Hiveworld's population is so dense that great swaths of the surface of the world are frequently covered in gargantuan cities, bejeweled with towering spires that pierce the atmosphere. Hiveworlds are vital to the welfare of the Imperium and are the beating hearts of its economy and war machine. They produce munitions for the Emperor's armies and vast manufactories, mine valuable minerals, and refine fuel for the Imperial Navy. Innumerable regiments of the Austromilitarum are raised from their massive populations as well. Let's see, we have camaraderie, pass willpower resistance tests using their fellowship value instead if the character's fellowship is higher. Makes sense. If a Hiveworld character has melee superiority against the enemy, the effect is increased by plus 10%, or by plus 10. There's a lot of fucking ratings, so this is going to happen a lot. If an enemy has melee superiority against a Hive character, it's minus 10. One sec. And melee superiority is when a character or target or character is surrounded by one or more of its allies, you gain plus 10 to your weapon skill. So it's kind of meh, because that's very rarely happened to me so far. Helping Hand. Hiveworld character starts their turn adjacent to an ally character. That Hiveworld character gains plus 2 movement points. If Hiveworld character ends their turn adjacent to allies, they all gain plus 2 movement points on their next turn. Weapon personalization. All ranged weapons dealing physical damage have plus 1 damage, plus 5 armor penetration, plus 1 rate of fire, and minus 5 to recoil, which is pretty good. Hiveworld characters gain a 50% bonus to dodge against the first attack of opportunity every round, which is awesome. Let's see. Then we have Forge World. Forge Worlds are the domain of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Entire planets ceded to the demands of vast macro industries. Each is manufacturing a super complex of unimaginable capacity and power. Over the millennia, different Forge worlds have become especially renowned for their philosophies or ways of war. These are often colored by the technologies they specialize in manufacturing. The bulk of a Forge world's population is utilized as a labor force, whilst the fortunate few may be inducted into the ranks of the Adeptus Mechanicus itself. That would kind of suck. Because that means you get augmented and lobotomized and yada yada. Your fellowship is down, your toughness and intelligence are up, though, which is pretty good. Pinnacle of Weaponry, the first attack in combat with any plasma, melta, or powered weapon deals additional damage equal to intelligence bonus. For the remainder of combat, the bonus damage is decreased to intelligence bonus divided by 2, which kind of sucks. Fires of the Forge. Forge world characters gain toughness bonus deflection against the burning effect and flame weapons, which also kind of sucks because not a lot of enemies have weapons that deal burn or flame. Forge world characters gain a stacking plus 10% bonus to hit chance and dodge reduction against any target they hit with a single target attack. Successful critical hits from single target attacks increase the hit chance and dodge reduction by plus 20%. I'm going to actually increase the audio super quick here, even though I won't know how it sounds until after we are actually back in the game. There we go. Where were we? Oh, Steel of the Forge. While wearing heavy armor, Forge world characters gain +1 movement, +1 deflection, and cannot fall prone. That actually sounds pretty good. Forge world characters can use persuasion, coercion, and commerce based on intelligence instead of fellowship. That would also be pretty good. An Imperial world... anyways, moving on to the Imperial world. An Imperial world is one of a million planets united by the belief in the immortal god Emperor. Hailing from hyper-technological societies to grimy feudal populations, the inhabitants of countless worlds offer fealty and devotion to the master of humanity and the Imperial Creed, espoused by his servants. The designation Imperial World encompasses a vast array of wholly dissimilar worlds that are nevertheless part of the Imperium. Humanities' finest! Imperial World characters can select any characteristic except for weapon skill or ballistic skill and add a +10 bonus. That does not sound too bad. Ready to serve. When an Imperial World character is affected by an ally's non-damaging ability or affects an ally with such an ability, their resolve is increased by fellowship bonus divided by 2 for 1 round, which might actually suck. Better to die for the Emperor. While under 40% wounds, Imperial World characters gain a +10 bonus to all characteristics and +2 to resolve, which is awesome. No heresy. Imperial World characters gain +10% critical hit chance and +10% armor against Xenos or demonic creatures. Their allies gain half the bonuses of no heresy. However, Imperial World characters Lore Xenos and Lore Warp are always 0, which is kind of stupid. I need those. Doing my part. I'm doing my part. Fucking Starship Troopers. If no other character in the current party has the same archetype as this character, the first use of any abilities from this archetype costs -1 AP less. Which is kind of... it's alright. All allies excluding Xenos in the current party gain +5 to the same characteristic as was chosen for Humanities' finest. Oh, okay. Well. Then we have this one. Fortress worlds, which honestly are very impressive. Fortress worlds are planets where the entire populace is immersed in warfare. They constantly train for the day that they may be called upon to defend the Imperium, a charge they solemnly uphold. Fortress worlds are established as bulwarks against the enemy. Every citizen is a soldier, trained to fight from the moment they can handle a weapon. Never stop shooting. Each time a Fortress world character kills an enemy, they gain +10 to stacks of Never Stop Shooting. At the start of their turn, there is a stacks of Never Stop Shooting % chance that the first attack this round will cost 0 AP and will not count toward the attack limit per round. If this effect triggers, all the stacks are lost, which is kind of upsetting. Perception and willpower up. Fellowship is down. Combat Addict. Fortress world characters gain +7 to ballistics, perception, and willpower while in combat. Yet, while out of combat, their intelligence, fellowship, perception, and willpower are decreased by 7, which is kind of shitty. Hail of Steel each round. Fortress World characters gain a stacking plus 1% bonus to dodge against ranged attacks for each shot they made during this round. Also, the burst attack grants an additional plus 10 stacks of Never Stop Shooting. So I could have plus 20 stacks of Never Stop Shooting. Familiar Kickback. At the end of their turn, Fortress World characters gain stacks of Never Stop Shooting equal to half the minimal damage of the most damaging ranged weapon they use this round. Fucking A. That's alright. Spare Magazine. Fortress World characters first reload in combat costs 0 AP. Reloading a weapon grants an additional plus 10 stacks of Never Stop Shooting. Up to 30. Never Stop Believing. We got a lot of Never Stops, apparently. When all stacks of Never Stop Shooting should be lost, they become weapon WP. WP? Hold on, now I don't know what that is. WP divided by 2. Number of stacks instead. Additionally, a Fortress World character may upgrade their willpower characteristic even if their current archetypes do not allow it. As cool as all these do sound, I'm going to go with Hive World just because I'm super comfortable with it. So that's what we're going to do. Now for all this, I really don't feel like reading through all this. It's going to take me forever, and I can guarantee you guys are getting bored already. We just sat through a 1 minute break for me to go and grab food for my tortoise, who's currently eating, which is super adorable. And then we're going to have to read all this? No, thank you. I really wish they did have some form of, like, you know, I would like it if the freaking game could automatically read everything for me. That would be nice, but they don't, so it's very, very crappy. We'll show the backpack. I like the red. Sorry. I know. I do like the Astra Militarum Commander, which is what I'm doing on my own, so I think we'll try something else. Commissar, essentially I can shoot somebody in the fucking head for desertion, which is this one. If the Commissar kills the target with at all costs, they can use at all costs once more this combat. Oh, wait. At all costs? What does that do again? Single shot or single target melee attack applies the following effect. Enemy target. The target becomes marked. The ally who kills the marked enemy gains an additional turn after the current one with plus 2 AP and plus 4 MP. Allied target. All allies gain an additional plus 1 AP and plus 3 MP for the next round. This actually sounds pretty good. This actually sounds pretty good. We might go with Commissar. Crime Lord is essentially, yes, I'm a criminal from the underworld, which is awesome. And then this is a thing. And you've also got all this as well. This is going up on YouTube, so if you're on YouTube, you can pause this and just read everything, because... Listen, I burned my mouth on Saturday, and it really hurts to fucking speak. Because my tongue keeps, like, brushing up against it, and it's like, oh, hey, it hurts. I don't want to. The Ecclesiarch, or the Ministorum Priest, pretty much I sing in the middle of combat, and everybody gets buffs. So yeah. Yeah. Then we could also go with the Navy Officer, which sounds like it would work best if they were a melee. So, you know. I mean, pretty much I can turn any of these into a gun, a shoot 'em up class. Could be a fucking noble if I wanted to. You serve me. The noble assigns one ally who will become their servant until the end of combat. Anytime the noble's abilities affect the servant gains plus 5 to all characteristics until the start of the noble's next turn. Anytime the servant attacks a target that the noble dealt damage to last turn, the servant gains plus 10 plus noble's fellowship bonus, % critical hit chance. Holy shit. You protect me. You kill it. You do something. You go on. You are next. Okay, that's interesting. Or I could be a psyker, which shoots magic bullets. Yeah. Yeah, holy fucking what the hell? We're gonna go for Commissar because it just sounds better. You played a key role in exposing a conspiracy among your superior officers in the Astra Militarum, +5 to logic. Your name has become a synonym for loyalty and valor. Your visage has adorned many Imperial Guard propaganda posters, +5 to coercion. You directed a heroic attack of an Imperial Guard regiment that breached the gates of a fortress held by heretics. Demolition +5. Ooh. I forgot what coercion does. It represents a character's talent to manipulate other people through intimidation and reach their desired goals via threats and pressure during dialogue. Okay. Go with coercion, because that's pretty good. Were attacked by a group of renegade guardsmen during a mutiny and were beaten half to death. Falsely accused of cowardice, you were forced to suffer through a humiliating tribunal. And the souls of all who perish in a brutal offensive still haunt you nightmares and torture your soul. We'll go with this one because I don't want athletics. We could go with officer. That's got some pretty good ones. Otherwise, soldier is also pretty good. We do, like right away, I can already kind of tell you what we're going to get. Right off the bat. So -5, +5, plus a lot. And that one, it's like -5 to my willpower. Or my willpower, yeah. But pretty much, this is your standard, like, close quarters, run and gun, and beat the crap out of things. Which, as an officer, I don't really want to do. Operative, this one uses intelligence and perception to exploit enemy weaknesses. This one is Master of Range. I'm sorry. Good with burst fire weapons. Movement and range, cover and dodge, burst fire, area attacks. Officer, I like this one because it actually feels good. Officers use their willpower and fellowship to improve the combat capabilities of their allies, turning them into even greater threats on the battlefield. Extra turn, single target buffs, rescuing allies, momentum, which I like. Warrior, this is the melee one. This one is like, I'm going to run in and beat the shit out of everything I see. I like that. I think... Vanguard, Master Tactician, Grand Strategist, Exemplar. We'll go with Operative. Just to try something else out. Because in my other playthrough, I'm currently going with an officer, so yeah. Now we have 30 points we can place into other things. First off, we're going to get that up to the base 30. We're going to get this up to 40. We'll bring the strength up by 1 and toughness up by 1. We'll bring our perception up by 1 as well. So that way we can be the completely badass, you know, one-man army if I have to be. Emperors. Why does that not look correct? How do you spell emperor? Chat? Chat, I need somebody to spell emperor. Oh, the E and the R are switched around. That's why it doesn't look correct. Emperors. What would be a good name for a ship? We'll call it Emperor's Darkest Light. There we go. The Emperor's Darkest Light. This is all the information about it, which we are not going to read because, oh my god, there's a lot. Alright, time to go. Our rogue trader's name will not be Rogue Trader. Her name... Yasmine. Tome. How do you... Yeah, Tome. There we go. That seems like a totally Warhammer name. Why is my athletics red? Oh, right. Shadow of Torment. Unfortunate. Whatever. Time to go. Let's do this. Alright. Who's ready for Wall of Text? I know I am. This is going to be so much fun. Okay. Intelligence affects a wide range of skills, including Medicaid, tech use, logic, and all lore skills. Lore is fun, and if you guys have any questions about anything that's happening in this game, let me know and I will do my best to teach you. Because I know the world of Warhammer, I'd say about 85%. I know about 85% of the stuff, and I'm fairly good at it. For those of you who have stuck around so far, let's not forget to update our browsers so that way we are getting into the system under Rogue Trader and that you guys are all watching the same thing I'm playing. Speaking of which, we're at 100%. Can I play? I want to play. Let me play. I want to play. Yeah.
Excellent place for contemplation. One has the best view of the cathedral from here. Mesmerizing, wouldn't you say? An impeccable manifestation of the God Emperor's sublimity. An interesting perspective. However, allow me to offer you a bit of advice. In the interests of your own well-being, you should frame your thoughts with greater piety. Demonstrating such a lack of care when choosing your words might be viewed by certain people as evidence of insufficient trepidation before the God Emperor, the master of humanity.
Oh, I forgot I should be speaking. I don't remember. You seem to attach much importance to words. Well, I have a fondness for names. I have yet to hear yours. I merely criticize the talentless architects.
I understand, but the particularities of my craft have made me a perceptive individual, capable of seeing through to the root of things. Unlike millions of his devout servants. Trust me, your words could easily be interpreted a different way, especially by one inclined to do so.
Fair enough.
Allow me to introduce myself. Conrad Voigtveer, Master of Whispers, in the employ of Her Ladyship Rogue Trader Theodora Von Valencious. At your service. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with you in person before.
Voigtveer bows his head and focuses his attention on you. Divisional Commissar of the Officio Prefectus Yasmin Batum Xanathar. That's my
My
name.
regards, Commissar. Finding you was a difficult task given your parents' fate and your upbringing in the Schola Progenium. Truly, our meeting is an act of providence, is it not?
Voidfear smiles faintly, but you are not sure it is directed at you.
I will be frank with you. You may forget your past titles, no matter who gave them to you, or what their origins are. From the moment you and the other candidate were brought aboard...
I'm sorry, I'm having problems. Sound, please. Master volume's perfectly fine. Voice volume is perfectly fine. Sound effects we can bring down to probably 60. The music will bring down to about 75. This we can actually bring up to 65. We'll hit apply. Save. Then we will turn this up slightly so that way you guys can hear. Yay!
Void ship, your fate changed. You now serve Lord Captain Theodora Von Valencious and carry the burden of an heir of this house. Henceforth, you share your dynastic name with her ladyship. Bear it with honor. To put it plainly, I am the head of the network of spies and informers who serve the interests of House Von Valencious. I uncover weak links both among Lady Theodora's retinue and in the ranks of her rivals. I eliminate our vulnerabilities and exploit those of others.
Yes, that sounds interesting.
I would rather not discuss the Lord Captain behind her back. Especially not on board her ship. No one knows better than I that whispers are wont to attract particularly close attention.
Voidfear laughs and shakes his head.
Suffice it to say that her ladyship is the bearer of the sacred warrant of trade and a woman of immense power and entitlement. However privileged your position may be, I ask that you do not incur her anger by being disrespectful or obtuse. Lady Theodora despises both qualities.
Disrespectful or obtuse. Okay, sounds good. We're not going to worry about these two because Lord Captain, that makes sense because she technically is the captain of the ship. And then why am I aboard this vessel? Already kind of been told. You say I'm one of the rogue trader's heirs, so there is another candidate.
There is. And you will meet him soon enough.
I assume you had some goal in mind when you decided to seek me out? Let us address it.
But of course, I have come to invite you to a meeting with Lady Theodora. I imagine you have many questions for your patroness, and I'm sure she has just as many questions for you. It is regrettable that you haven't yet had an opportunity to speak. It has been an arduous voyage thus far.
Yes, it has. Continue.
The Lord Captain and Master Edelthrad von Valencious are conversing on the observation platform. Let us join them there.
I agree. I'm not sure how I feel about you. I know exactly how I should, because, well, I kind of cheated and played the game beforehand. We already are familiar with the controls, and we're just going to kind of press buttons and do stuff. Let's see, what does this say? The sacred mechanism has been interfered with without due reverence. The duration of the data processing cycle has tripled. I want to see this one. Oh, okay, fine. Thought there would have been more, but I guess not. Let's see. Any other clickable things? I like clicking on things. Show me more clickable things. Ooh, hello. Come over here. Click on that. A candlelit altar with a copy of the 2348th volume of the Lex Imperialis, the Codex of the Sacred Laws of the Imperium. Yes. Sacred Laws of the Imperium.
None shall stand in my way.
Hi, Voidveer. Voidveer. I don't know how to pronounce your name. You have a shitty name anyway and kind of suck.